One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will take the first swing of the game. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Sooners in the hurry-up. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Sooners! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And Listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Auburn's offense will have its first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide.
There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride Davis here. Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn going to work with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll toss it to the left. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it! He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little warmth out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Complete. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. He breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finds a crease at the 20. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Now on 2nd down. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Tackled in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 on the heels of gaining 4 on the previous play. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Taylor wants to throw it. And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game. And defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. It's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pucks it out of the air. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. His head is spinning. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Rides to back and leaves it. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Taylor wants to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Offense in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a 1st down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The The Sooner offense returns to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Still running at the 40. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now?
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer,
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. This offense has it with really good field position. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
and you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another.
Touchdown Sooners! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gives him the big stiff arm. He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn lines up quickly. Taylor wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Snags it over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, capture.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Give to the back. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got him. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Karapateas. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there. Safeties are going to be there. So you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
But you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Third downs are a huge determining factor in winning and losing games. And what a great play by the defense that time. Going up against one of the best third down offenses in the entire country. Great job breaking on the ball and helping force the incompletion.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. That took nerves of steel to convert that fourth down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down, really easily.
Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening it.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here comes the Auburn offense. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Catch inside the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Sooners are rolling down the field. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Leaves it with the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a...
It's a seam wide open. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down, we'll open up the final period. To the ground, he's got it again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
from the gun, the ground game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Now they'll run it on the toss. On the move at the 30. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the shotgun, the inside give. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. The Sooners will hustle to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll heave it deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. At the 35, he's open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give on the option. Across the 35. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
On the move, it's Green. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He caught it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Snagged out of the air. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Got it behind the line. It's Green. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. Well, they got the completion, but there is still plenty of work to do here on 4th down.
Yeah, you'd love for this to be a no-brainer and be inside the 1, and it's easy to go for it. This is that little mid-range situation. Listen, offensively, you practice for this. I think you still stay aggressive. 4th down nowadays means...
And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Trying to get everybody set, but the clock's still running. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. It didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got his man. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. With the line of scrimmage at the 37, that will leave them with a long 54-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. Smashes it between the uprights. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.